Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hope you're doing well. So, Christians claim to care a lot about human trafficking, right? Yet they parrot the mass deportation agenda. Now, what will moms have to do if their illegal husband is deported? How many moms will have to work 2 or 3 jobs to make ends meet, and their children will be unattended, which will leave them at the whims of the gangs in America? See, what we don't remember often in America is that single-parent households leave little girls at the mercy of many pimps and madams. So, all the chaos that'll ensue from mass deportations will destabilize millions of homes. Thousands of lives will be pushed into poverty because illegals usually don't have that much money. And because they're illegal, they can't really go too high up in the social ladder sphere. And so, those who benefit are people who push the sex industry and gang culture. Whereas if you would have just let the immigrants stay, have their pathway to citizenship, their kids could have a more stable home. And so if you encourage mass deportations, you're uprooting people's finances and their lives, and you are helping to fuel more human trafficking. How? Because a lot of women will be pushed into prostituting themselves, and gangs will get more power, because with poverty, gangs accelerate. A lot of fatherless homes will lead to more gang recruitment. The cartels will get even more powerful because the cartels will have solutions for those boys and girls. They won't have any money or time or drive to go to school. To go to school is a comforting thing when you're in a stable society, when your parents have money. But if you take these children who could have gotten an American education and put them in Mexico, where they'll be back at the bottom again and lost everything, these kids will have depression. They will have tons of mental struggles. They'll be put into poverty, and it'll be very difficult for them to climb back out of that. And who will be there as the solution bearers? Usually criminals. So Christians are helping to push their fellow Christians into the clutches of Shaitan by pushing them out of a sanctuary city and pushing them into the desolate lands of the cartels. Mexico is a beautiful country, but it is at war with its cartels as America is with its gangs. Think about how these young immigrant girls have not been brainwashed with OnlyFans, Britney Spears, Miley Cyrus, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, and the feminist sexual revolution. These are rural girls, and they are coming to the big city. They are coming to Killa, California, and Rowdy, Texas, and New York, the city of rats. Think about that. They're going to Philadelphia, where it's claimed to be the city of brotherly love, but in fact it is a city of fentanyl and housing projects and bedbugs. These are young girls who will need help and attention. Instead of being angry at them and pushing them away, you should embrace them and guide them to the right path. That is where us Muslim women should come in. They're perfect, these young girls, because they and these young teens and even the 20-year-old women who are coming, they have a fresh look. They're not into selling their booty hole for $5 on the internet. So you're more likely to have a trad life with a traditional Latino who came illegally than you are with finding a college-educated brat who is sterilizing her womb with birth control and has had 2 abortions and is in massive amounts of debt. Think about that. Could it be that the Christian trads, they don't really want to stop women from prostituting themselves? Maybe it's just all a smokescreen. Because if you actually cared, you would want to guide these women as they come. But to throw them back into Mexico with less than what they came with, you're not helping them. And now they're here. Instead of turning your back on them because they don't have the piece of paper you want, you could embrace them and guide them. That would be a good deed, right? Help you expiate some of your sins. Maybe the illegal migrant girl will have a better influence upon your feministic daughter. Ever think about that? But through the chaos, the girls losing their father, a boy losing his mother, losing their grandfather, their uncle, their cousins, this breaks the home. It puts sadness upon the household. Why should Christians want to be the purveyor of sadness? At the behest of the secular government, who enabled them to come in the first place. The Christians do not seek a religious solution. They don't put their religious guidance into practice, and that is where we Muslims must step in and guide them. It's very important to remember who benefits from mass deportation, and what does that look like on the ground? Will the brothels be more full? Will the gangs have more people? When you take away the breadwinner, that causes problems. When a woman is not allowed to be in her feminine role, being with her children and guiding them, but is at a minimum wage job, trying to get by, and trying to figure out the legal paperwork to get her husband back, or a man whose wife got deported. Let's say he married a woman from Thailand. He brought her illegally. Yes, it was wrong, but it happened. She had a child. Now she's called an anchor baby. She's stripped of her citizenship. The man loses and has to fight for his daughter and his wife to stay. If they get sent away, that little girl misses her father. Thailand has problems with prostitution, especially boys who are made into lady boys. I want you to think about how brutal that is. Yes, children are being brought here and then being lost at the border. That's wrong. But the solution is not to then round up people and stuff them into different vans and vehicles and planes and ships and whatnot. You can incorporate them. You can guide them. That is better. That is much better. Let me know what you think. If you'd like to join my blog, it's www.subscribestar.com/Milahan Archive. Hope to see you there.